I had a chat with one of my clients at the end of last week. We had a settlement coming up for a refinance, so I was calling to arrange last items before the settlement date. The client was in the car at the time, and they actually sounded quite rushed, and something seemed to be happening in the background, so I did ask them what was happening. What ended up happening was the daughter had really severe eczema. Now, eczema is a skin condition which I know all too well. So I asked a couple of questions around what happened, what they were doing. They were rushing to see a doctor because they just had a new ointment that they'd put on, and that the little baby girl was having a severe reaction to it. Now, not a lot of people know in regards to myself and my background is that I've had quite severe psoriasis my whole life. So we're talking about patches on my elbows, on my knees, on my legs, lower back. In some areas I don't really want to discuss. And really, I've had quite a large file. I've been in and out of light UV chambers since I was 5 or 6. Back then, they used to lather us up in sorbeline cream, and we were in a light chamber, so head to toe for up to 30 minutes while I slowly cooked, and then that's how they got rid of the psoriasis at that stage. So I've been going through this pretty much on a 6 to 18 month cycle since I was very young, so I understand it very well. And not many people open up about these things, I find, but I did talk a little bit more openly about this with my client because they were going through the same thing. Now, there's pretty much no treatment that I haven't tried in regards to tars, ointments, shots, even as far as coming up to cancer treatments. I've used a light chamber and the different technologies right up until that point. Now, I've tried to manage this throughout my career through working in Commonwealth Bank and ComSec, which I tried to do as best as I could. But working in a suit is very hard, especially with these types of things, because the more kind of clothing you wear and the less sunlight that you get, especially if you're staying in a suit and suit pants all day with long shirts, it tends to get very uncomfortable, but then creates a problem week after week after week, and then it slowly gets worse over time. This is just a post to just tell people about me and something personal. Be a little bit vulnerable in how I show myself to the world, because I think so many people show their strengths. They want to show that they have a 100% track record. They want to show that they've got the 100% success rate. They want to show you all of the great things that are happening in their life. And really, that's the social media world. But in the background, people are going through a lot of things in their lives. And this is just something, this isn't a poor me video. It's just this is just something that I've had to deal with over my lifetime. My wife is amazing, Maria. She helps, which is amazing. And sometimes I don't wear shorts. I'm a little bit embarrassed as far as the psoriasis there, and sometimes I'm just wearing long pants, but it's just something that I manage day to day, and really you don't know what people are managing themselves and what they're doing day to day in the background, because not a lot of people speak about these things openly. So this is just a shout out to my client. I hope that 2, 3 or 4 minute chat that we had with someone that was actually experiencing something very similar lighten their day a little bit, because I find that if you don't have a direct friend that is going through something very similar, it's hard for them to understand the things that you're going through and how you're dealing with it, and just how that impacts your life over time. So, from my point of view, I exited the banking world and the lending world, and it's just something that has enabled me to be at home, be flexible with my treatments, and just be flexible with my life a little bit more, and help me manage this as far as a stress level point of view, because I've been in lending now for 12 or 13 years, and when stress levels spike, obviously my skin gets worse. So this is just a quick post and video just around myself, the things that I manage, the things that I go through, while still trying to be as successful as I can and running my own company and being a mortgage broker. So, I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos on my life and not just the investment journey that I'm on, but what I'm doing from a mortgage broking standpoint. And hopefully that just enables you to understand me, get to know me a little bit better. And then also, I don't really see many things that I shouldn't be sharing, because everything is, happening in my life or happening to me or my wife. And if it's something that I can share and add value to others, I will. So this is just one of those videos that's a little bit off the cuff, and hope you've enjoyed it. But if you're experiencing anything similar to what I am, send me a message, reach out. We're all there to support each other. Because there's so many things happening in the background that people, just don't talk about openly. And just that one person that's sharing similar experiences can ease that stress level and that workload, and that you having to manage it yourself. So hopefully this just helps you. We'll see you on the next one. All right, then, bye.